Tonight, to witness the one and only Vampire Tree, a small little play that we've been concocting between a few of us in the past weeks. I'm just going to take you through the setting a little bit. The year, 1939. The city, New York. In the infamous McKittrick Hotel, there is a lodger who has been staying for some time there, a Mr. Joseph Cann, a resident in room number 666. Meanwhile, as a dark shadow creeps over Europe, Tiago, an Austro-Hungarian vampire from Spain, is about to reunite himself with his old lover, Scarlet, Lady Scarlet. They separated 500 years ago. One went to the east, the other to the west. Now here's the complicated part. Each of them had a servant. Lady Scarlet had the beautiful Rose, also a vampire chick. Tiago had a servant, a valet, a butler, Maximo. Maximo and Rose were in love. Now they were forced to separate also 500 years ago because their masters were forced to separate for reasons I won't explain quite yet. So the only way they can be together is to make their masters be together, right? So they concocted a very cunning, clever plan to bring them together. It took them 500 years. And finally, the setting is perfect in New York City in the year 1939. There's just one small problem. A writer from Alexandria, the young, heady Joseph Cann. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a mini round of applause? If you could all put your hands, whatever else you have together, for the one and only Vampire Tree.
Che mare in questa notte senza te dovrò restare, folle d'amore vorrei morire mentre la luna lassù mi sta a guardare.
Resta soltanto tutto il rimpianto, perché ho peccato nel desiderarti tanto. Ora son solo a ricordare e vorrei poterti dire: guarda che luna, guarda che mare.
Perché son solo a ricordare
That was a hell of a night. Ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a wanderer, a traveler. Everywhere I put my head, I'll call my home. One day I checked into this most wonderful hotel in the world. Very quickly I turned into a resident. Everything was wonderful. But lately things started to feel a bit stagnant right here. Every day looked like the same day every night. I don't want to talk about the nights. Worst of all, I could not write. I knew I need something to change this atmosphere. And out of the blue, this wonderful creature came from the sky. I asked her to come with me to the ballroom to have a dance. And she did, with a most wonderful evening. I don't remember how it ended, but I do remember waking up with a terrible headache. I went outside to get some fresh air, and the sun burned my skin. Now, I'm not a morning person, but this was not a normal kind of sun. I ran back to my room, turned off the light, ran the hot water, lit a candle. And suddenly, my senses got back to me. I could think clearly, I could see clearly. I knew that something has changed. I sat down. First of all, I went out and took a shave, and I saw a huge sucking mark on my neck. I knew what my next song would be about. So I sat down to write my first vampire song. I'm gonna bring my guitar.
You were a total mess last night, and you look terrible.
What do you mean? I look wonderful.
You look at your eyes. You got dark circles under your eyes. Your skin is very pale. And your nails are getting very long.
It's for the guitar. Debora?
Yes, Joseph.
I had the most wonderful day in years. I wanted to ask you, by the way.
Yes?
You remember the lady from last night? She had this wonderful, strange hair, blue eyes, high cheekbones, kind of mysterious.
The vampire lady?
She left me a gift.
Oh, I see the gift. But it wasn't her that gave you the gift. Poor Joseph, you don't realize what you've got yourself into. I'm worried about you. You're beginning to look like a vampire. Listen, Joseph, I've been meaning to talk to you. You've been running around with the wrong crowd. And this guy was looking for you. And trust me when I tell you, he was not the poster boy for Wonder Bread. He was asking me all these questions about you.
Wait. Who looked for me? What did he say?
What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say? He said he looked for me.
I don't remember.
Okay, try to remember.
Let me think.
He said...
No, it was something about...
Something about...
Something about...
Something about...
Gigolo.
Gigolo?
Jumping salty. Ain't no trade out on the street. Past the unlucky. A hawk's a front row seat. Dressed in full extration. Stager Johnny's gotta pay. Send him home. Talking about the one that got away. Well, now, could have been on Easy Street. It could have been a wheel with irons in the fire and all them business deals. But the last of the big-time losers shouted as he drove away, "I'll be right back as soon as I crack the one that got away." Well, now, the ambulance drivers, they don't give a shit. They just want to get off of work. And the shortstop and the victim, well, they've gone berserk. And the shroud tailor measures him for a deep 6 holiday. The stiffest froze, the case is closed on the one that got away. Now Jim Crow's directing traffic with them cemetery blues, with them peculiar looking trousers, them old Italian shoes. And the wooden kimono was all ready to drop in San Francisco Bay. But now he's mumbling something all about the one that got away. Now Costello, he's a champion of the St. Moritz Hotel. And the best this side of Fairfax, reliable sources tell. But his reputation is large. He's at Ben Frank's every day, waiting for the one that got away. Now he's got a snakeskin sports shirt, and he looks like Vincent Price. With a little piece of chicken, he's carving off a slice. But someone tipped her off. She'll be doing a Houdini now any day. She shook his hustle, the greyhound bustle, the one to take him away. Now, Andre, he's at the piano, behind the arbors in the sewer, with a buckshot, a tune, and a fin for guided tours. Well, now, he could have been in Casablanca, but he stood online all day. And now he's spilling whiskey and learning songs about the one that got away. Well, now, I lost my equilibrium, my car keys, and my pride. But the tattoo parlor looks warm, so I huddle there inside. The grinding of the buzzsaw, what you want that thing to say? Just don't misspell his name, buddy. He's the one that got away. I remembered, it was amazing. I need another drink now.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together again for Debora. I mean, that is absolute goals right there for life. Now, this whole story you might think is actually about Joseph, but it's actually about me, obviously. Because everything's always about me. Now, you see, the reason that we're all here together right now is because I need to find my one love. That's him. Isn't he adorable? Right. So, darling, tell me, what's happened?
I didn't find him.
Say it a little louder.
I couldn't find him.
Okay. All right. I think he said he couldn't find him, which is bad. Do you realize how bad this is, darling? No. This is very bad because in order for you and I to be together, Joseph and Scarlett can't be together because Scarlett needs to be with Diago in order for you and I to be together. Does that make sense? Yes? Does that make sense to everybody here? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. That was easier than I expected. So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to find him.
You're going to find him. Beautiful. Wonderful. Now, go on and do something fast because we have to act fast. No. Darling, I meant do something logical to help the situation, but in a timely manner. Go find him, you silly idiot. All right, I love you. Okay, goodbye.
Took a look at the Mercury, 40 below. No life for a lady to be dragging her feathers around in the snow, leaving me blue. Off she flew to the Tangipahoe, where a two-time J-Band met the divine Miss O. I'd like to raffle his blooming aureole, messed around with that big eye till he sees her ring. Forgiving is easy. It's a woman like now and then could happen things. Send her back home, home and home without her wobbling. How she sings makes a broken man happy. Oh, Baltimore, oh, send her back home and alone, home and home without her wobbling. How she sings makes a lonely man happy. Oh, Baltimore, oh, come down from that bound, fly to your daddy now. Baltimore, Maximum, how are you? It's pretty bad, Master. What could be worse than... This is great, man. What are you talking about? I have bad news about Lady Scarlet. Ah, Lady Scarlet. Lady Scarlet, my beautiful radioactive hummingbird of desire. My South American Quetzal of despair, my deep dark blue burgundy flamingo. Master. Yes, at last. Scarlet, yes. Ah, bad news. Bad and good. Terrible and terrible news. Bad and terrible news. Bad and terrible news. And terrible. Well, that's nice, isn't it? So bad and terrible news. Okay, great. So can we have the bad news first, Maximum? He has fallen in love with another man. What? Scarlett's fallen in love with another man? Yeah. Lies, that's impossible. She only loves me. Why would you do that after 500 years? You're joking. Hang on, that can't be. That's terrible. That's terrible news, Maximo. If that's the bad news, what? What's the terrible news? That was just the bad news. Yes, right. The terrible news is that I turned that human into a vampire. Maximum, how did you turn him into a vampire if you haven't got any fangs? It's frightening, embarrassing. Okay, Maximum, I'm terribly sorry, but we have no time for this sort of nonsense right now. Okay? Now, tell me a little bit more about this human being that Scarlett's met. What does he do? Who is he? Where does he live? He's here right there. What? That's the worst! At least he could have been a politician. There's no evil in the man whatsoever. He's a hipster. He's a hipster right there. What's his name? Joseph Cann. Joseph Cann. Where does he live? Room 666. Maximo, we shall go to room 666, wherever the matter is, and deal with this Mr. Joseph Cann appropriately. Now, I suggest we kill him, but we will kill him. We shall. He's gone. He's going to die. But make sure you don't turn him into a vampire.
I feel very strange when I'm with you. It's a good feeling, though.
I've been told that from time to time. Tell me about it.
Your kiss tastes different. A bit like iron.
Like iron?
Like iron. Not iron. More nice than iron, but something that reminds the taste of an iron.
I think it's because I ate some raw meat before we kissed.
I like
That's
it.
the iron.
I like iron. And I like you. You know, I was meaning to tell you something. I don't want to scare you. But there is something I want to tell you.
What do you want to say? We've done a lot of kissing and not a lot of talking.
I like it. I think I need music for this.
How apropos.
Let's do music.
We can do more than music, Joseph.
That's nice. Finally. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore.
I've never been in love before. I thought that I was safe. I thought I knew the score.
But this is why it's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish songs, and all my song must pour.
So please forgive this helpless place I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
That's
Sure.
This is why it's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour.
So please forgive this helpless state I'm in. I've really never been
In love.